The folding iPhone is finally starting to feel real, and this latest hands-on mock-up might be our clearest look yet at what Apple is actually planning. After years of rumors, patents, and speculation, we're now seeing a design that looks completely different from what most people expected. At first glance, this thing looks strange. Closed up, it's shorter, thicker, and wider than a normal iPhone. It almost feels like a tiny passport in your hand. And honestly, in the folded state, it doesn't even look like Apple is trying to compete with traditional smartphones. It feels like they're building something entirely different. But the moment you open it up, everything starts to make sense. Instead of focusing on the outer display experience like most foldables, Apple appears to be prioritizing the unfolded experience first. And that changes everything. The aspect ratio looks much closer to an iPad mini than a tall Android foldable. That means better video viewing, better gaming, better multitasking, and potentially much easier optimization for existing iPad apps. This could basically become a pocket-sized iPad. And Apple clearly doesn't want this thing to feel underpowered either. The camera bump on this mock-up is massive, easily one of the thickest we've seen on an iPhone in years. That tells us something important. Apple may be refusing to compromise on camera quality just to make the foldable thinner. If this launches under an Ultra branding, they're probably aiming for flagship-level cameras across the board. Now, thickness is definitely going to be controversial. Folded shut, this device is noticeably chunkier than current iPhones. But unfolded, it becomes surprisingly thin, reportedly around the thickness of an iPad Air. That balance between portability and tablet functionality seems to be the entire philosophy here. And honestly, Apple may have figured out something competitors haven't. Most foldables still try to behave like normal phones when closed. But Apple's rumored approach feels more like, this is primarily a mini tablet that can also fold into your pocket. That's a completely different mindset. Of course, pricing is going to be a huge factor. If this really becomes the iPhone Ultra, expect an ultra-premium price tag too. And with the complexity of foldable displays and hinges, this could easily become the most expensive iPhone Apple has ever released. Still, whether you love the design or hate it, one thing is clear. Apple is finally entering the foldable market, and the smartphone industry is about to get very interesting again.